Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to brother LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to brother LTTV.
Rob that nigga, man. Yeah, son.
Bring your monkey ass to the front of the congregation as women and start to apologize. You ruined our communities. You decided to tether yourself to the government in order to make sure that you can tear your fucking family apart. You followed white women because you thought that they was better than us and you decided to turn against your men. You decided to go and open up your legs to a nigga that wasn't even supposed to be with you in the first place, and your daddy told you to don't open up your legs till you get married. You the one that did this shit. You ruined the community. You voted in fucking Obama in order to have his fucking alphabet community be at the forefront of his movement, and you then voted in Biden. You was the ones that swung the fucking election. You the one that did all of this dumb shit.
Passport, and you kind of got triggered a little bit. Which is fine. This is your platform.
I didn't get triggered at all. I said I would hope that you're not getting a passport just to have a sexual encounter. But
no.
The question that I asked was, and I would appreciate it if you could just answer yes or no. Did you say, are you the one that said you wanted a child bride?
No. That's a lie. I don't want a child.
Okay, so then clarify. Clarify, do it quickly, please.
Oh, there's nothing to clarify. I said I was open to the ages between 18 and 22.
Come on out, you rapist!
So that's what you said. So stop trying to play with words, sir. But at the end of the day, y'all are fucking weird. Y'all can't get women for real, for real. This is why y'all be on these fucking panels all day long, every day, 25/8. Y'all talk, double talk all the fucking time. Fans are dragging.
Yeah, LTTV, Blunt Talk with LT, back at it with another video. All right, let's get right into this one. All right, so these intros be having me just dying in the background. All right, so Anton Daniels is getting cooked by his own fan base. He had a take that was so egregiously terrible. He's seen what happened in Montgomery, Alabama. He's seen that boat fight happen, and this nigga went to point fingers at black women. He is the only dumbass that left that take, or that left watching that video with such an egregiously dumb take where he had to point fingers at black women for everything. And then this is not related to that video specifically, but he has this rant going in on black women, pointing the finger at black women for everything wrong with the community instead of taking accountability as a goddamn man. It's pathetic out here. It sounds like a whole bunch of crying. It sounds like a whole bunch of complaining. It sounds like the usual from Anton pussy-ass Daniels.
Crying to me, and I'm not having
But before we get into that, we also have a video we're going to react to from Robbie. Robbie was cooking that mustache pedo. You know that weirdo that popped up on Jason Black's stream and got cooked? The weirdo that jumped up on King Rich's live stream and started dick riding paws. Who else did he call? He called into another person's show as an agent and got cooked. It is escaping my mind right now, but I reacted to it before in the past. But let's get into this. So Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans was under scrutiny. Before we get into the Anton Daniels, this is real brief. Pause. Before we get into that situation, let's get into this.
Marlon Wayans for asking for peace after the Alabama Brawl. We've been talking about it. I've seen the most hilarious headlines given to it. The Alabama Slammer, the uprising, all of that. Well, most people have been in support of the now viral Alabama Riverboat Brawl, but however, Marlon Wayans shared a clip from the fight, along with a caption saying, "How about we not try that in a small town?" referencing the Jason Aldean song, saying, "It's just silly, bro. Let's all just be love, not war."
The people got mad at Marlon Wayans for that, right?
Yeah.
I thought he was talking to the white people. That's how I took it.
But I mean,
because of the reference to the
He was, because the family started it. Everybody's seen the video by now. I'm not reacting to the video in this video. It will age restrict the video. I will react to it later, but everybody's seen the brawl by now. The family started it with the security guy. The 16-year-old kid jumped across the water and started swimming. A bunch of folks came to his aid, but it was started by a white family that tried to jump a black security guy. That's what happened.
Jason Aldean song.
Yeah, I thought he was talking to the white people first.
He was.
But others took it as him being a token, as we use, and others accused him of being whitewashed and looking for a pat on the back from Master.
Now, we're going to listen to Marlon Wayans' response in a second, but we're going to get into some of the tweets and people cooking them, because this directly applies to folks like Anton Daniels. Folks like Anton Daniels and even Tommy Sotomayor is guilty of this shit too. He's on his platform finding a way to angle it to hold black folks accountable for some negative shit that they've done. He's not doing it in the same way that Anton's doing it. Anton's strictly coming for black women, talking about why black women jumped in there to fight, not understanding that white women were fighting men, throwing punches at them. Like, let's get into this, man.
Why?
Not from Marlon Wayans.
What was the caption said? What was it again?
It was, "How about we not try that in a small town?
Yeah.
Ish is silly, bro. Let's all just be love, not war."
I swear I thought that was towards the white people. That's how I took it, personally. Maybe I missed something.
He just needed to add a little more context, because he really was like right in the fence with this. He could have said, like, you know.
He could have been specific about
Yeah,
who needs to be peaceful.
Who needs to be more loving.
Yeah, who needs to be more loving.
No
Okay, I get that.
But some of the tweets, because you know Black Twitter runs the world. One said, "Looking for a pat on the head from the Masters. You should be quiet. Sit this one out."
You should be quiet. Why did you be quiet? I guess I always think of Minister Farrakhan talking to Mike Wilder. You should be quiet. But that's why.
I think it was LeBron James saying, like, just dribble.
Shut up and dribble. That's
just tell jokes and shut up. Pretty much. Another one says, "Why are you only showing the part of black people beating their behind, making it look like they are the aggressors?"
Oh, maybe that's what it was then. Maybe it was the video. Maybe it was the way he posted the video. I didn't watch the video because I'd already seen the video a million times. I didn't watch the video.
But I don't take that from Marlon when you speak Marlon.
What?
Like it's all peace. Let's get along. Like Marlon is. I feel like he's always ready for the ish.
Why do you feel that way?
I don't know.
Now, here you go.
Nah, just the way Marlon's always about black power, uplifting black people with his movies and everything that he's doing. I just never took it.
I agree with that, but you said something else. You just said Marlon Wayans was violent.
No, I didn't say he was violent. I said he's always ready with the ish. Like he's always ready to ride for his black people. That's what I always took from Marlon. Yeah. I didn't say nothing about violence. You just thought violence. You thinking hair transplants. That's what you thinking. You
did say something.
All right, so we're going to get into Marlon Wayans' response in a second, because this...
We don't care.
Let me tell you, we don't care. You can't get hair transplants. It's too late for you.
But I tried.
But the best one we say for last is, you gotta say that you a celebrity, but I know you're really over there singing, "We're brothers, we're happy, and we're singing, and we're colors."
Dropping a clue bomb for that great record.
I like that song.
That great theme song.
Woke up to a bunch of stupid ass Google alert.
All right, my bad. Y'all gotta readjust the volume. This one's much louder, hitting all sorts of peaks. Let's get it.
With a bunch of stupid ass sites misinterpreting my entire post. Why the fuck would I criticize black people for defending themselves? I'm black. The fuck? Nobody knows irony.
Now, one more time for the coons and the sellouts.
I criticize black people, sites misinterpreting my entire post. Why the fuck would I criticize black people for defending themselves? I'm black. The fuck? Nobody knows irony anymore, huh? Guess that just went out the window. It's the irony of the song. Stupid asses. And why would I criticize black people for defending themselves? That's the thing about social media, man. It's left for interpretation. Y'all tripping. It makes no fucking sense. I shouldn't even address it. It's that stupid. Black people know I love black people. I'm black.
Now that would be a great assumption. We know Marlon Wayans loves black people and he's not a sellout coon like Anton Daniels and other folks. So we know Marlon Wayans ain't that. But he acts, what he said in that statement was, why would he do that? He's black. He doesn't understand. There's coons like him right behind the chat words that are about to get into this. Listen to this, y'all.
Here's my number one problem. This is my number one problem. Women. Black women. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Now, this idiot found a way to say, black women, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
What the hell was that?
How in the hell do you watch this and get that from this? You want to troll and you want to find a way to hate on black women 24/7 and then have niggas stand up for black women because we're calling it objectively, so you can have your cowards, your little pussy ass minions come and be like, oh, they're simping. Simping for what? Y'all just hate black women. Y'all find any type of way to make black people the aggressor in any situation. This is a moment where black people are thugs and goons and blah, 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 because you're trying to have some far-right conservative grift. That's what these folks do. It makes them a lot of money. It makes a lot of money to talk shit about your own community. And who's funding it?
Why are y'all running over there and getting involved in something that ain't got nothing to do with you?
Why are y'all defending yourselves? Translation. About something that has nothing to do with you. You seen white women getting involved when it was there was 3-4 white dudes jumping the black security guy, and white women are getting involved throwing hands. Where's the smoke for that? Oh, but black women are so aggressive and they're the aggressors out here. No, they're protecting their community. You have random black folks getting mopped for no reason. It's like, nah, they're not tolerating for that. There was a 16-year-old boy in the water swimming. Anton pussy-ass Daniels knows nothing about that because he was getting bitched by a senior citizen in what is a coffee shop? Nigga doesn't stand up for himself at all. Talking about, oh, he has too much money to lose.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
All right, shout out to Jollia with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
He's mad that he settled for a black woman before he got rich. No women like him. Jesus Christ. Settled for a black woman. Yeah, that's like a... I don't even know how to take that.
Black women.
I guess you're talking about from his perspective, a black woman would be lesser. He'd want to get that money and get a white woman, is what you're pretty much saying. I don't know, man. Let's get into this.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Why y'all gotta get in the middle of it? The men is handling it whenever they listen, the men got it. They all got off. They handled that shit. They defended that whatever it was that they stood for and all of that. Why the fuck y'all gotta jump in?
Because there's women there. There's women throwing hands at the men that are throwing hands with the other men. So the women came up and cleaned this bitch. They mopped this woman. And she got hit with a chair. That nigga came in and with the overkill. She thought.
Yeah, you're done. You're done.
Wind up.
That's my only problem with this video. Listen.
So that's his only problem with this video. All right, before we get into this next video, y'all, let's get into the comment section of Anton Daniels, because even his fan base that tunes into him selling out weekly was not having it. Let's pull this up real quick. Anton, this is another one I can't rock with you on. Before I get into the rest of that, 214 likes on this comment. All ass whoopings handed out in this brawl was asked for and well deserved. That's including the women jumping in. The white women were in there from the jump. Men aren't supposed to hit women, so the black women jumped in. This is one of the most justified whoopings I've seen in my 46 years. No guns, just ass whooping.
Whoa.
That's facts. That's facts.
We're in a different era. Get over it. Whoa!
Literally every comment here is going, you tripping, Anton. Every single act in this group of black people was justified. Every last one of these people, the B1 people. Shout out to Miss E. Miss E is out in here. After seeing your content, I truly, truly believe that Anton is a professional troll/troublemaker who intentionally enjoys being on the opposite side of things to get people riled up in order to get views and subscribers. That's facts. That's facts. Shout out to Miss E up in the comment section, seeing it and calling it how it is.
Perfect.
All right. This has to be the worst take on an issue. This was clear cut and justified. You are completely off on this. The fans in his comment section were like,
oh, shut up, nigga.
They were not having it. He has his corny ass niggas in the comment section 24/7 trying to say something and getting cooked. But now they ain't even over here trying to defend this. They're in his comment section cooking him. I'm not saying these folks are the corny ass niggas in the comment section, but he sends his pussy ass minions and they get cooked every time, so they should stop coming. It's a bad look for these guys. Black women jumped in because white women jumped in first, my dude. Anton forced himself to go the other way on this topic just to troll and get more views. If y'all don't see Anton, then turn... Man, come on, man. Super capitalist, y'all sleep. This is what I'm talking about. Everybody can see it. His entire fan base can see it. You're fooling nobody. So you're having a video which sponsored by Tiege Hanley, and you are targeting a group of black women for no reason. He points the finger at black women for all the problems in the black community, like the black women are the leaders of the community and they're accountable for everything. This is pathetic. And he stays in this zesty ass pink shirt. Let's get it, man.
To ask women in any capacity to apologize for the atrocities that they did. Listen, you telling men, Dr. Umar Johnson, and y'all all fucking agreed with him and hit the Cash App, said that we need to have men be accountable for the shit that they not even responsible for or that they didn't even create. And they got to go over here and be responsible for it. But you can't even be responsible for not only yourselves, but for the women that you represent and that you champion and celebrated. And you can't even say, listen, we fucking sorry? You can't even say, I'm sorry?
Now, when I heard this speech, I'm like, what in the fuck is this nigga referring to? This sounds oddly personal. A lot of this speech sounds personal. It sounds like he's referring to a bunch of people. We got to fill in the blanks because he wants to remain ominous about this. But he's saying some things, and I'm like, what is he talking about? Which women aren't saying sorry? Sorry for what exactly? It's confusing, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. The likes are looking rather dusty, and I don't want to stop the show right now. But let's get it, y'all.
I'm sorry for going against what it was that was best for us. I'm sorry for going against the thing that y'all was trying to save us from. I'm sorry for disobeying what God ordained to be real, and we wanted to re-engineer because we said that the black woman was fucking God.
Yikes. This terrible ass speech. Hold on, y'all. Shout out to Van with the, was it $7.40 South Africa? Shout out to you.
I'm getting rich.
Van says, here's $7.40 from South Africa. Thank you for always it real. I guess it's keeping it real, or whatever it is, fill in the blank. Also, I shouldn't get involved because I'm not from USA, but totes support my AA brothers and sisters here. Glad people came together like that for the security. Well, shout out to you. I'm struggling to read through some of the typos here, but shout out to you. Listen, I'm from Toronto, nigga. I'm gonna comment on whatever I want to comment on. You can comment on it from South Africa. It is what it is. But yeah, shout out to you, Van. Let's get back into this.
Can't come back to the front of the congregation and even fucking apologize, and you sitting here talking about what it is that we should do and what we shouldn't do. How you gonna tell a man how it is that he's supposed to react when you can't even bring yourself to the front of the congregation and say, my bad? Y'all that fucking arrogant.
This nigga having problems at home? Is he painting a false picture for the world, and then at home he's having all these problems? What is he talking about? Who are the women that are not apologizing? They can't come to the front of the... What? I'm so lost. So is your woman... Like, I'm not trying to take shots at his woman and his wife, but this sounds personal, and I'm trying to understand what he's talking about. Women are supposed to be accountable for what? Is he talking about for that boat fight? Women are... I'm confused.
You that fucking arrogant to where you think that it's something that we supposed to do for you when you can't even bring yourself to the front of the fucking congregation and say, my bad.
For what? Yo, what's going on? Hey, yo, what is this?
I apologize. We did the thing that was disrespectful. I'm sorry for 80% of the women having children with 20% of the fucking trash ass men.
Oh, god damn it. He's crying again.
I've seen him do it.
That's what this is about. Are you kidding me, bitch ass nigga? Oh, the 20% of the men that you're not competing with. You're just mad at the way society's working in modern Western world. That's not just for black women. That whole shit, that's repeated in the white manosphere. And every manosphere in the Western world, it's 80% of the women want 20% of the men. And then the 80% that left out are just crying, sending super chats to these guys, coddling their feelings.
Crying to me, and I'm not having that.
It's pathetic, man. It's pathetic.
I'm sorry for choosing wrong. I'm sorry for friend zoning the person that I was supposed to marry and fucking up my community. I'm sorry for getting all of this student loan debt and then putting this man under the thumb without even feeling bad about the fact that he now have to adopt what it is that I did on my own when I wasn't supposed to be in that position in the first place. I'm sorry for raising your son to be fucking gay. I'm sorry for emasculating you. I'm sorry for leveraging what it was that you created for me in order to tell you that you ain't shit as a man. I'm sorry for disrespecting you and telling you that I deserve to be with a good man and I deserve to disrespect you because you ain't what it is that I thought that you were when you wasn't shit without me. I'm so tired of y'all haughty, fucking arrogant attitude and y'all keep talking about what it ain't worth or how it is that you supposed to feel or fuck this, all of this shit. Bring your monkey ass to the front of the congregation as women and start to apologize.
Now, this nigga just said, bring your monkey ass to the front of the congregation while speaking about black women.
Who?
This self-hating, pathetic coon just said, bring your monkey... Let me move this. No one wants to see that shit. Bring y'all monkey ass to the front of the congregation. This sounds personal. Who is he talking about? He's putting this on black women as... Let's get into the speech before we break it down because...
Talking about what it ain't worth or how it is that you supposed to feel or fuck this, all of this shit. Bring your monkey ass to the front of the congregation as women and start to apologize. You ruined our communities. You decided to tether yourself to the government in order to make sure that you can tear your fucking family apart. You followed white women because you thought that they was better than us, and you decided to turn against your men. You decided to go on.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
Now, I was going somewhere else with it, but y'all are saying zest. Y'all are continuously saying he's zesty, zesty, zesty. This is all zesty, so y'all got it. This is some pathetic, zesty ass behavior, because he is just pointing the finger. You did it. You. Like, nigga, shut your bitch ass up. What'd I tell you last time, nigga? Develop that goddamn voice. You. This is the leader of your community. This is the big boss, Don. This is the bag chaser. This is who you're subscribing to the Patreon to buy courses from, so he can teach you how to blame women for all your problems. The women are to blame for everything in the society. Even if that 80-20 shit was true, you're leaving the 20% of the men unaccountable if they're doing all the damage instead of competing with them. Even if that shit was true.
Open up your legs to a nigga that wasn't even supposed to be with you in the first place, and your daddy told you to don't open up your legs till you get married. You the one that did this shit. You ruined the community. You voted in fucking Obama in order to... supposed to be with you in the first place, and your daddy told you to don't open up your legs till you get married. You the one that did this shit.
What is he talking about? Your daddy told you not to open up your legs until you got married. This sounds oddly personal. What is going on here, sir?
Get him out of here. He's got no place in here. Get rid of him. Okay.
He says he's a pillar in his community. He supports and what does he say? He employs nothing but great black women. He has a great black wife with a great black daughter, but this is his constant rhetoric for black women in general. Make it make sense. Is this the most obvious conservative grift? And when I mean conservative, I ain't shitting on conservatives. I mean like that far right, alt-right fuckery. That shit that they make money off purporting fuckery onto the black community. Throwing the black community under the bus all the time, trying to hold them accountable for shit that they don't need to be held accountable for. But he's specifically going at black women because, you know, these manosphere dick riders, they cape for men 24/7, get on men's panels and throw around super chats and dick ride men. And then they want to call folks that don't want to get a part of that zesty ass bullshit. They try to call folks zesty. You had that pussy ass Anton Daniels underling get up on his panel and say chest out, if y'all don't agree and if y'all basically agree with women, then y'all are in the place of women shaming men. Then y'all must be wearing dresses. He says anybody that disagree will be labeled as zesty. Who is gonna take a dumbass like that seriously? Get on the men dick riding bandwagon, pause, or you're zesty? Nah, you got it fucked up. You got to provide a bitch right now because you on the clock, sir. You're under review. All this men loving. Oh, God. Let me see that freeze frame. God damn it, Moxie, you should have said that quicker. I'm not even paying. God damn. Jesus Christ.
You voted in fucking Obama in order to had his fucking alphabet community be at the forefront of his movement, and you then voted in Biden. You was the ones that swung the fucking election.
So where were you? Where was your bitch ass at the poll? Pause. Jesus Christ. Everything's zesty with this nigga on the screen. I can't pause it anywhere. I'm gonna have to keep rewinding this because there's no safe spot to pause this shit. Jesus Christ, man. This nigga needs to stop it, man. You need to control yourself, Zest. You know what? Hold on, man. Hold on, y'all. I almost missed this. Shout out to Brother Jumbie with the $20 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
Brother Jumbie says, that boy cooking. Shout out to Brother Jumbie.
Obama in order to had his fucking alphabet community be at the forefront of his movement, and you...
Oh, I didn't even realize. This kind of looks like the rainbows type shit on this pink shirt. Yikes.
Just like a woman.
Then voted in Biden. You was the ones that swung the fucking election. You the one that did all of this dumb shit, and you keep on blaming it on men, talking about it ain't no...
So the black women have all the power to lead the community. All the power to lead the community, and the men are just absent in those places that you're blaming them for. But you're sitting up here and pointing the finger like, I can't, yo, get this nigga off my screen, man. Yo, when I pause this, I just gotta get this nigga off my screen. There's no safe space for us. This is getting bad, man. Every second.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Every goddamn second. Let me play the video.
We've been carrying this shit. The only reason that we halfway decent in the first place is because we've been carrying this shit for the last 100 million years. We've been suffering. Fighting for your money.
Oh, where have we heard this before? Oh, the men have been building for the last 100 million years. This is that same participation trophy bullshit you hear in the manosphere. Oh, men built society. So the past, you're resting on others' laurels. So the past men, the men that were so great that built society, you need to be compensated for their work. Women must look at you like you're their savior because men built the society. So 100 million years of men being great. All the dusty ass niggas need participation trophies for that and need to be pat on the back, and no accountability for them. Point all the fingers at the women, and this is leadership. Once again.
Get him out of here. He's got no place in here. Get rid of him. Okay.
His entire fan base sees what's up. The jig is up, sir. The jig is up. Your fan base sees it. They're like, you're just a contrarian. You're just saying shit to piss people off and rile people up because you're not even a representative of your talking points at this point. Everything is hypocrisy. The women that work underneath Anton have no shame. It's like they really need that money so badly.
That's what you call winning? A nigga's nuts in your face? Man, I need to see what you call losing.
I forgot about the pause rule.
Yes, it's taking care of y'all. Being step baby daddies and putting ourselves under the thumb. You won't even advocate for updating family court laws. Keep mobilizing and using people's sons and their daughters in order to get them to do.
You wouldn't even advocate for family court laws.
What?
Do y'all remember years ago Joe Rogan said men's rights activists were the biggest pussies on the planet? And he was talking about them soy boys in San Francisco. All these men's right pussies in the manosphere caping for men for participation trophies everywhere. It's pathetic, y'all. It's pathetic. At some point, y'all are going to reflect on this, and this is going to be in your digital footprint forever. Trying to be a bootleg Kevin Samuels, doing it all the way wrong, blaming women, because Kevin Samuels didn't do it like this. Kevin Samuels wasn't blaming women for everything. Kevin Samuels held the women accountable individually for their life outcomes as they asked him for advice. This nigga just trying to give the community advice that nobody asked for. Nobody asked for his advice. Nobody's taking it. We don't want it. Get this nigga the fuck out of here. I said one more time, but...
Get him out of here. He's got no place in here. Get rid of him.
This nigga's trying to force advice on folks that don't want it. Nobody looks up to this dweeb. Nobody wants his pathetic ass advice. Nobody wants his outcomes. Kevin Samuels individually gave women advice and tried to hold them accountable for their life outcome. He held the men accountable way worse. I hope people remember how Kevin Samuels used to cook niggas that were dusty as fuck calling into a show expecting participation trophies. That's the problem. These niggas take other folks' talking points and go completely left with it. Just blaming women for everything. I can't even get through this diatribe of complaining. Oh, you did it. You. It's like, shut your bitch ass up, man. How do folks listen to this?
Do things that you want to do and manipulating men and putting them in your fucking phone as food and taking advantage of dudes and then saying what it is that you don't bring to the table. People's sons and their daughters in order to get them to do things that you want to do and manipulating men and putting them in your fucking phone as food.
Just like a woman.
Now this guy is standing up for the dweebs that get put in women's phone as food. You gotta chop it up to the game, nigga. That's why you try to convince niggas. He tries to convince niggas that he was fucking all sorts of bitches before he got married and committed to his woman in high school, or his girlfriend in high school at the time. But he's trying to convince nigga he was fucking all these bitches, committed to his high school sweetheart in high school. Goddamn virgin. Fuck we talking about here, man? So this nigga doesn't understand that sometimes you gotta chalk it up to the game. Not everybody's gonna win. Participation trophy ass nigga. Some niggas are gonna be food in some girl's phone. Some niggas is gonna be saved as Uber because they're just a ride. Pause. And not that type of way. Just a drive from A to B type shit. And some women are gonna be Thursday in a nigga's phone. Because that's just the Thursday smash. It's like sometimes you gotta chalk it up to the game, son. What's wrong with this nigga?
And taking advantage of dudes and then saying what it is that you don't bring to the table. Bring your punk ass to the front of the congregation. I'm so sick of y'all simping over these women, and then you got these dumbass dudes keep jumping up on my platform.
Now this nigga said he's tired of niggas simping for women. When he had in his last, not his last show title, this nigga does, he's 24/7 on this platform. But he had a show recently where it was titled, "Stop simping for these women, stop trying to save these hoes, let them suffer." And then what he do in the entire video, he tried to simp and save these hoes. He tried to talk a better life into these women. You shouldn't be doing this. You should be talking this positivity to the women. Remember Vicky? That conversation? This nigga dusty as hell. Let's get it, y'all.
I'm talking about what it is that I'm not gonna let a fucking black.
Tyke says, what congregation? This nigga just be copying shit. He's stealing from Charlemagne the God and the Breakfast Club when they talk about bring this person to the front of the congregation. We need a word with them. They're getting donkey of the day for X, Y, and Z. So he's just stealing shit. That's all these niggas do. They just steal shit.
Women crash out. Fuck that bitch. Fuck you talking about, man? Keep sipping over these hoes and don't even apologize. Man, your woman won't even apologize to you. She don't even respect you when you think that you're supposed to talk. Man,
what? You hear this shit? Did I miss a caller? Did a caller call in and complain about his woman not apologizing to him? Because what I would have told him is,
shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
Like, what do you expect me to do, bitch ass nigga? Lead your household? Run it for you? These niggas is pathetic, man. Pathetic.
Fuck these bitches, bro. And it's a difference between a bitch and a woman. We gotta slot them accordingly. Let them hoes fail. Keep on simping for these women, bro. They don't give a fuck about you.
Wait, I thought you said separate them and then you used... You know what? Let's just go on.
If you didn't have nothing, if you got laid off tomorrow and you was laid off for more than a month, they would walk away and they would go and get into my fucking lap.
Stop the cap. It's a total fabrication.
Emotional damage.
Do you hear this nigga?
They don't give a fuck about you. If you didn't have nothing, if you got laid off tomorrow and you was laid off for more than a month, they would walk away and they would go and get into my fucking lap.
I recall this guy swinging and missing, trying to riz a 60-year-old woman. I've seen this nigga fail countless amount of times. I've seen this bitch ass nigga sob up there crying to get back in the mix with Six the Goddess after she was parting ways platform wise with him. She didn't even say nothing. She didn't even air him out. She didn't have one of those breakup shows where she's like, I'm no longer supporting this guy, the same way Donovan Sharp did. She didn't have one of those. She just tried to move it her way, and this nigga came simping, crying for her. He hasn't been the same since. This nigga's been getting rejected right, left, and center. Which bitch is coming? Which woman out there is checking for the virgin? Somebody tell me. Well, I'm saying the virgin, but he's the one gine. My bad, y'all. I fucked it up. The one gine.
I will have your bitch in my lap. Her face will be in my fucking lap, bro.
Yo, I'm gonna abuse this buzzer through this. All right, so women in the chat. Women in the chat. You know what? I'm not gonna do this.
If let me tell you something. If I open the door to Vic right now, she'll be walking through that bitch.
You think so?
I know so.
On what level? It all depends on what level.
On whatever level I tell you to. Yeah.
You couldn't tell me.
Yeah, I could.
Just happen.
No, it would happen.
You think so?
I know so.
I'm gonna agree to disagree with you on that.
It don't matter. It ain't up to you.
Then who would it be up to?
Who you think is up to?
Choice.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Come on out, you rapist! Go to jail, you son of a bitch! All right, hold on, man. You go to jail!
Disagree with you on that.
It don't matter. It ain't up to you.
Then who would it be up to?
Who you think is up to?
Choice.
No, you don't.
Okay.
You hear that? That is what Anton Daniels considers Riz. That's what he's gonna do to get your bitch up in his lap when you go broke. Because that's all he considers. That's the only thing that keeping this nigga just has all sorts of, he tells on himself so many times. Anton, if you go broke, is your wife leaving you? Is she not thugging it out? Is she gonna be in a nigga's lap? Is that what you're trying to say? Because what part of the game is this, man? You're swinging and a missing, and then you're telling these women that they don't got a choice. It's not their choice.
Stop it. Get some help.
I swear to God, her face would be in my lap talking about what it is that you better than, you ain't never did. Bro, your chick was you was with your chick for the last 10 years. If you was laid off for more than a month, her head would be in my fucking lap. And we sitting here having a conversation about what men are supposed to do.
You hear this? You've been with your girl for 10 years if you were laid off for 3 months. Now, this sounds specific. Who are you speaking about, sir?
Emotional damage.
We never brought these hoes to the front of the congregation and y'all gonna sit here talking about I'm out. No, sit your ass down in that pew and get this work.
This guy can't even say that with a straight. This nigga has that quivering face like, oh my God, are they gonna believe me? Am I selling it? This pussy ass nigga.
We never brought these hoes to the front of the congregation and y'all gonna sit here talking about I'm out. No, sit your ass down in that pew and get this work.
I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
You got all of this submission for your motherfucking boss and you won't even cook your nigga a meal when you get home. The dude that take care of you every day, but yes sir, no sir. You respect everybody else in society. You respect a fucking female police officer that can't even help you if you was getting your ass mollywopped in the street. You respect your boss.
Now that's probably the only thing he's right about. I've seen these female officers getting mopped. I seen a female officer the other day in a video going viral where she's getting disarmed and mopped, and I'm like, can I react to this? Is this gonna be age restricted? I don't know. They're putting out some of these women in the field that they don't belong out there in these fields. Like some of these officers are not qualified. But that goes for these fat ass, these dusty ass other officers too. So yeah, fuck 12.
Respect your fucking pastor. You respect the police. You respect these stupid ass politicians that lie to you. You respect your girlfriend. You respect your motherfucking trans friend. But you don't even respect the dudes that have been carrying this fucking society on their back since the beginning of time. We up here fucking dying for you. Every fucking day we go outside and kill ourselves every day and you sitting here talking about what you ain't gonna do. Now you gonna sit your weave head, fucking butterfly eyelashes, BBL wearing dumbasses in that fucking pew and take this work.
Crying to me and I'm not happy.
Yo, I hope y'all understand. You see this quiver-faced bitch struggling to get the words out. This sounds oddly personal to me. This sounds personal. This sounds like he's enraged that someone ain't cooking him a meal after he works 30 hours in a 24-hour day streaming. He's not getting those meals.
Go out there and die on your fucking own. It's the first generation of women that we starting to see to die a fucking alone because they too prideful to bring themselves back to the front of the congregation and do the thing that's in it. Do it for your daughter and your son. So he won't be out here talking about no fucking, no bucking, or whatever the fuck he was talking about. Kind of keep seeing y'all prancing and talking about, yeah, bitch, and I see sexy red on the fucking my algorithm every day on TikTok, and every time I open up my phone, I see the...
Now, this is also you being unaccountable. Why is sexy red in the top of your algorithm on your TikTok, sir? Why are you a grown-ass man on TikTok every morning talking about sexy reds clouding your algorithm?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So, what are you tuning into every day and being unaccountable for?
It's dumb shit.
I don't even have a TikTok. And a lot of people, for content creators, they need TikTok because they need to be exploring certain things so they know different trending things to cover. I'm not getting into TikTok. I don't have TikTok. Never downloaded that on my phone. We don't need that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Shit. Sit your ass down at the front of the classroom, at the front of the church and the congregation and get this work. Keep on preaching in the pulpit talking about you a minister, you an evangelist. You ain't nothing. You outside of what God has ordained for things to be, and you keep on talking about leadership. You can't coach nobody. You can't tell nobody what to do. You ain't even equipped to. You're not even ordained to. It's not even in your nature. God didn't mean for you to be a leader. He meant for you to be a helpmeet. Sit your ass down and learn something because you don't know shit. You don't even know your right from your left. If you was outside, if it was the apocalypse tomorrow, you would be over there getting your ass busted. Sit your ass down. I'm sick of y'all thinking that y'all better than you are. You don't deserve nothing. You don't deserve a good man. You don't deserve the children that you've had. You're out here ruining the communities. You out here doing some of the dumbest things that I've ever seen in my entire life. I've had never in my life
emotional damage.
Seeing a group of women that was this rebellious and this worse for society and tearing up their own households and destroying the very fabric of what it is that we built as a country. It is tiresome. It is humiliating. It is embarrassing. It is classless. You are nothing.
Now, what race has a group of men that have a network of dweebs constantly coming for their women, telling their women that they're X, Y, and Z, that they're the bottom of the barrel? They're reinstilling all the most negative stereotypes and trying to make them wear it as a jacket of this is who they are. And this is leadership. Women that are not yours. Like, you have a wife and a daughter. Do you speak to your wife and your daughter like this? Or are you speaking through the YouTube to get all these men on the same accord to speak for you? This is it's confusing. None of this makes sense. Pump and who's this bitch ass nigga? Pumps and Bumps. What the fuck that nigga's name is? We said what's have to do with the Brawl. The Brawl, we covered that already, nigga. We supposed to do a whole hour plus about one specific matter. He blames black women for more than the Brawl, sir. He blames black women for literally everything. Have you not been listening? What kind of bitch ass nigga purports to be a leader of the black community and blames black women for literally everything wrong in the community? Like black men were not there. We were all absent. We left it up to the black women and they failed us. They dropped the ball.
You let your head get so big and you thought that you was doing something that was better than what you really are. You did nothing. You have nothing. You built nothing except for a bunch of debt. You are the most enrolled, and then you keep on voting in these legislators that keep promising you to forgive family court laws, and you just keep on ruining the fabric of society because you won't sit your punk ass down and then get this work.
You wouldn't sit your punk ass down and get this work. So he's talking to black women. Black women are doing too much for Anton Daniels liking. But even if we assumed and gave him the grace to say everything he's saying is true, how bad does that look and reflect on black men? If he says that's true, that's so unaccountable. Because if everything is true, if they actually ruined our society and our community, that is way more of an indictment on black men in our leadership. That we let women run amok and destroy our community as leaders in our community. And then you get on the internet and cry about it. You did it. You did it. I need that gunplay drop where he was like, you do it, doo-doo. You do it. I need that drop because this nigga's pathetic. Now, we have Raw B. We got a reaction with Raw B where Raw B cooks the weird mustache pedo. She gets into some conversation that is it's some good conversation. It covers a lot of the failures of these unaccountable niggas that create the problems that they complain about. And if we're going to do this leadership shit, we're going to do it properly. We're not going to just be out here trying to monetize the fuckery on some conservative grift. Because that's what these folks be doing. You know how easy it would be for white men to sit up on their platform and go to a Twitter handle like Karen's Gone Wild or Crazy White Women, or take videos like that and always purport this negative image of white women and say, oh, white women are so dusty. Women are so aggressive. They're hitting folks. They're acting so entitled. They can do that all day, every day on their platform and frame it a certain way, because you can go on that Twitter account right now and see the most dusty behaviors by a specific group of folks. And that's what they do. So they try to use the media to frame the worst of the worst in their folks and blame folks. And then the black men that are doing bad, that are having dusty results in the dating market, have somewhere to be like, you know what? It's not me. I've been trying my heart out, but it's not me. It's them. So I could just point at them, pay this nigga a $50, $100 super chat, join his bag chaser group, stay dusty, but waste all my time here pointing the finger, being an unaccountable dweeb, while the rest of us are actually outside enjoying our life. That's what it comes down to. That's why I played the clip at the beginning with Robbie talking about these dusty ass niggas spending 25-8 on these panels doing nothing with their life, complaining about women. Maybe if you weren't on these panels all day, maybe if you weren't wasting all your money on super chats for men that ain't doing nothing for you, maybe you would get out there and find yourself some success in the dating market. Because they talk about these women are gonna die alone. What happened to these niggas? What happened to the unaccountable niggas that are always pointing fingers at women? What is going to happen to them? Life holds men accountable. There ain't no escaping it. There is no escaping it. So live with the results, man.
You all cut me off. I didn't
Stay out of that. I'm not here claiming to be a man or discipline and all of that. Go ahead with your talk, but talk for yourself.
Anyway, so back, and I'm going to land this plane.
Simply Neek says, this is the incel content strategy. The problem with the incel content strategy is it's crashing and burning right now. The manosphere and the red pill, it's a wrap for these bums. It's a wrap. See, Lapeef, when that whole Yanni shit happened, Lapeef JR, he's seen it coming from a mile away. He made all sorts of adjustments to his flagship show. His flagship show, the main show, some people are like, oh, it fell off, it got boring. They're making long-term adjustments. It seems like they're having questions, framing things in a way where they're trying to get answers to try to have solutions. So they made a pivot. Anton went the opposite way. Other folks followed his corny ass way, and they're going outside. They're crashing and burning with the red pill manosphere space that complain about women 24/7, that offer no solutions, that target black women for profit.
Gentlemen, this is why we're losing, right? We're losing because we lied.
Vaughn says females are starting to push back, are finally starting to push back. Yeah, they realize that there's other men on the platform that are actually men, that are actually leaders in their community, that don't spend 24 hours a day on the platform blaming women for all their hardships, and they can actually have a real conversation and have their voice heard. Not them, because the women were beholden to the men's spaces. Let's be real. They had to come on these platforms, get clowned, get put in their place, be the submissive one on air, although they're doing a show which consists of debates and speaking, but they got to be quiet and submissive. And every time they did something, they got shamed for being masculine. So it's like they had to be in a place where, okay, this is how I'm getting my clout. And when I say they have to, they didn't have to do shit at the end of the day. That's where I'm letting them off the hook. That's them being unaccountable and not building their own space as well. So they're a victim to the men in their space because they didn't want to build their space and they were looking for attention. So the women have to be accountable for that. But let's get back into this. Not Robbie. Robbie has her own platform. This is what we're reacting to now.
To these women, trying to acquiesce to their demands to make them happy and involve in their happiness. Aesthetically, we know that we like more than we like to have our cake and eat it too. So at the end, when things don't go the way they're supposed to go, and we find out that, oh well, why you with the other woman or why?
Shout out to SirChai87 with the $2 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
You said Carly Russell lied and so did Meg. Free Daystar. Now listen, when it comes to Tory Lanez, I defended Tory Lanez way more than I feel I should have now at this point, as all the evidence has come out and the case is wrapped up. Yeah, I'm not getting at people that support Tory Lanez, but I'm done. I'm not doing it. I can't support Tory Lanez. I supported him, and then when it came, the verdict came out, and it was just like, nigga, what the hell were you thinking? All the reporting was fabricated. The only reporting that was actually accurate was Megan Cuniff. All the leads I was getting from academics and all that shit was cap, man. They were running a spin. They were spinning that story. But let's get back into this.
I use this. They were sitting up here, right, looking stupid. Like, damn. I tried, but she's not trying to hear that. So with that being said, because there's no one perfect, we as men, I would suggest no man to get married, in my opinion, because it's just not conducive to your nature.
Vaughn says Meg was begging the judge to throw the book at him. Damn, 10 years. 10 years? He was facing 22 at one point. 10 years in prison. I don't think he's facing one-to-one time. I don't think that's the worst case scenario for him. But let's get back into this, y'all.
See, look, no, Eat a man, do not respond to that. But don't respond to that, because I got a question for the other men on the panel as far as what he just said is concerned. Go ahead and land your plane, sir.
If you can dedicate to one woman for the duration of your life, more power to you.
Shout out to SirChai87 with the $2 super chat. Anton back on his coon training. His channel fell off. Now listen, I gotta keep it objective. I do not fuck with Anton Daniels. I think that he's a coward. I think that he's an unaccountable coward that constantly points fingers at women for that conservative grift that he's on. Even his fan base was telling him that, he's a contrarian just for the trolling and the views. I believe that, but his channel did not fall off. I can't say facts to that because he's doing numbers. He's still doing numbers. He grifted Pearl's whole fan base, that whole relationship fan base of Pearl's that died out because she's trying to grift a new area now with that conservative shit. He took that whole. He's doing pretty good numbers. He had the booty warrior pause. The interview. A lot of folks are buying into the fuckery. Nonetheless, the manosphere red pill space is definitely crashing and burning. Anton Daniels diversifies content. He has a lot of different content, so I don't think he's gonna get destroyed the way the rest of the wave is gonna get destroyed. But them incel waves, the whole pandering to the whole incel pack, that shit's crashing and burning.
Brother, but you know how hard it is.
No, we don't like. Let him finish. Let him finish. We don't like.
I ask you not to, men who are married, not to project your situation on the other men. Thank you. I'll land the plane.
Okay, I'm next. Hold on, and I want y'all to talk because this is a question, not a statement to the rest of the men on the panel. Okay. Now, let me ask you something, and all the men, y'all take turns. What is the communal cost of sampling all the women you can to find one that you're willing to commit to that has a 50% chance of failing? What's the communal cost of men sampling all the women they can possibly sample out of the community for other men? Somebody tell me what the cost of that is.
I think what it costs is, I think what he's saying is very selfish, and he's not thinking about the family. See, the problem is if you out here just reproducing with multiple.
Shout out to Moxie with the $5 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
Moxie says, these dust balls are not the real male inventory that's out there for single gals. These clowns are just trying to renegotiate. Don't fall for it. That's facts. That's facts. They get on these platforms trying to renegotiate the position. Oh, shout out to Lucky in the chat. Shout out to A Lady 747 with the $5 super chat. Hold up.
I'm getting rich.
Too many black male creators are covering the trans. It's starting to look suspect, like they're fascinated. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the trans movement. I covered some of that shit in the past, but when it was popping, when there was a reason to, when Hope Giselle was trying to finesse Umar Johnson, I covered that. And then I covered when Hope Giselle was getting cooked by Judge Joe Brown. And then some of the clown world shit that's been going on with the, because there is some reason to cover that, to be honest. Well, there was reason back then when I was covering it, and before I was covering it, before the things got into legislation, where Dwayne Wade's son-daughter is now able to have legally on his birth certificate that he's a woman. So even before he's actually legally a woman, he would be considered a girl at that age, but he's a boy. He has that reversed on his birth certificate. So these type of things, the trans community was infiltrating the women to a level that was it was pretty filthy, man. To the point where it's getting in legislation and they're changing birth certificate and they're outright trying to be women and saying, yeah, I'm a woman, and then they're changing the whole you can't be a mother, you're the birthing parent. They hijacked women to the point where folks have to call women female to make the distinction. Oh, you're not a trans woman, you're like, it's a mess. So I get why certain people were speaking about it, because it affects legislation in certain countries. It already affected America. It's affected Canada because we have pussy ass Trudeau. You know, pussy ass Trudeau's, even his wife left him. His wife wants him out of her fucking life, but the country has to be stuck with this nigga. All right, let's get back into this, man. I'm going on a tangent.
Women, and you take the father out the home. You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem if you creating all these baby mamas and you're making all these things happen. Everything that you're complaining about, you are contributing to those problems. We know the only thing that is going to be able to make these families stronger if you have mother and father inside the home, the nuclear family. And what you just described, sir, is not a nuclear family. That's you just having fun and not thinking about nobody else but yourself.
Lola
Why
and the
you taking my talking, Quincy?
create create the world that we see we living in now. And like you said, the people that we complain about, we're actually creating them.
Because believe it or not, you produce the children that you complain about. Like, you complain about the women that grew up in single mama homes, but you're willing to participate in adding to. At some point, men just have to draw a line in the sand that says, you know what? I'm going to be a part of the solution. I'm not going to be the problem anymore. And you're right. You have the right to do whatever you want to do. But marriage is the key because it gives your kids the best chances of being successful. That's why I completely disagree with your whole take there.
That is unless, of course, you're willing to pay for how many women you want in your crawl, which is going to come with a whole bunch of headaches.
Now, I don't know who some of these side characters are. Shout out to Robbie and Robbie's show. But for the sake of this breakdown,
we don't care.
Let's get into the weird mustache pedo who tries to justify dating 18-year-olds. Because Robbie did a show where she was cooking all sorts of older folks who were trying to justify dating 18-year-olds, talking about, oh, they're women. The legal age of consent is X, Y, and Z in certain states. So they had 53, 54-year-old men talking about, you know, we'll date 18-year-old women. They're not women, they're children. It's a bit weird. So this guy gets cooked for this.
And possibly a whole bunch of diseases.
Let me just go to the part where the mustache weirdo is trying to talk his shit.
Women use sex to entice men. We
Oh,
both.
no, I'm not doing a reaction to a reaction, so I gotta fast forward this, y'all. Let's get to the part where there's no reaction. It's just panel. Hold on, bear with me, y'all.
All this over here, I'm a gigolo, I'm a thug, I'm a this. You ain't none of that, nigga. And I'm talking to you now. This Mama Sherry talking to you. Baby, I raised niggas like you. No. You ain't never. Just shut your mouth. Because before you start that iron snitching, you gonna come out the penitentiary switching. And blame it on all women, because you're mad at women. Stop it. Stop it, son. Stop it right now. Just get you a good woman. Get you a good woman. Get you a good woman. A woman. Not no little teenage little girl that don't even know how to cook. Now you're bumping her head because she ain't even old enough to know how to do washing, cleaning, or nothing. Y'all kill me. 40-year-old men want 18-year-old girls. That little girl don't even know how to goddamn clean the goddamn shit out your clothes. You gonna be frustrated with her because your mama used to clean your clothes like that. Shut up, little duty-stained ass boy, and quit. Y'all are on this goddamn internet lying. Y'all better stop lying for real mama come up. Cause I'm old enough to be your mama, and the only one, oh, fuck you penitentiary nigga. You ain't got nothing to teach nobody but how not to go to the penitentiary. And start your own fake ass land, wanna be Jim Jones. You heard what I said, rightful man. You heard what I said. You know I love you. You know I love you. But all that trying to fuck an 18-year-old, do you see your picture? Do you want a motherfucking little girl laying down looking at your face while you humping and grumping on her? And she 18. She rather had Tyrone, not Luther. Get your ass the fuck on out of here. I said what the fuck I said, and I ain't gonna say it. Not Luther. Get your ass the fuck on out of here. I said what the fuck I said, and I ain't gonna say it. I got a son your age.
Wait.
And you ain't gonna do it, nigga, and you ain't never gonna do it. Go get motherfucking Keisha. Stop messing with Zael and all the weird names that these little girls have, and go get you a Keisha. Look at your hairline. You look like you messed with Bertha back in the day. You look like a Bertha type of nigga, and especially with that Isley Brother mustache you got on your.
Oh my God, please, drop me.
Get the fuck on. Ain't nobody. I think you're probably 60. Nigga, what year was you born? Was it in 62, nigga? Yeah, well, if you ain't, you stress the fuck out. Ain't nobody needs a stress the fuck out nigga. Bye, nigga. Fix your issues and quit trying to join somebody else into your goddamn problem. Figure that out. How about that? How about that, fuck? Fix your own goddamn problem. And quit trying to find a young girl. Nigga, when you was in your 20s,
he got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
Hey, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Now, look at this pussy ass nigga in the comment section. Who do we have here? Daryl Long. Simp God, Zest King, Daryl Long.
Get him out of here! He's got no place in here! Get rid of him! Okay.
He's right in this instant, though. Fight back, man. Fight back.
nobody ain't tell you shit.
Sir,
How the fuck you want to tell her something?
I'm taking my problems away from my...
Fix your goddamn teeth and your mustache. I didn't ask you. Listen.
Now he knows what he's doing. He knows that's the pedo stash. That is the pedo stash. You see that shit, and you know. You know.
Come on out, you rapist.
And this guy's the one that advocating for grown-ass men to date 18-year-old women. Let's hear this, man.
I'm messy. I'ma treat you like I'm your mama. Nigga, I don't want to hear that shit.
Well, you remind me of my...
Go back here in your room, get the crusty ass socks you been junking off with. I got laundry to do. I ain't got time to hear your dumb ass excuses. You figure life out while I keep making sure you got life. How about that? Shut the fuck up, talking to me, and trying to play games. Now, when your daddy come home, if you get smart-mouthed, then he might smack that motherfucking fake ass, I want to be a man, mustache off your mouth. Shut your motherfucking ass up.
Now, this woman might earn her slot in the drops right next to this one.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
Nah, I might have to comb through this footage and get a drop out of this one, man.
Shut up, little boy. You're not a grown man, because if you was, you wouldn't have wanted an 18-year-old. Grown men go after grown women, and grown folks...
Hold up, Miss Sherry. Because I want to just clarify something real quick.
You see, Robbie had to drop her off for excessive cooking. Excessive cooking. She was cooking this guy too much. That was like the mercy rule. This nigga was down 50 in the first quarter. It was bad for this nigga.
American First Rifle, are you the one that said you wanted yourself a child bride?
Nasty. You nasty nigga. You nasty nigga.
Did you say that?
Look, Robbie, here's the thing.
That's a yes or no question, yeah?
Look, Robbie, here's the deal. With my first couple of minutes of even getting the platform, I was already timed out. I just said, I'm going to get my passport, and you kind of got triggered a little bit, which is fine. This is your platform.
I didn't get triggered at all. I said I would hope that you're not getting a passport just to have a sexual encounter. But the question that I asked was, and I would appreciate it if you could just answer yes or no. Did you say, are you the one that said you wanted a child bride?
No. That's a lie. I don't want a child.
Okay, so then clarify. Clarify, do it quickly, please.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Yo, fam, you're on the wrong side of this one. So why is black man always shamed for wanting to date or marry young 18+ women? Yikes. Cause that shit's weird, nigga. Ah, shit. Yo, brother Jumbie beat it. You beat me to it. God, it's just weird, nigga. It's like, why do you want... It's like, do you not look at 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds and look at them and see the difference in age and be like, yo, these are some young girls. Like, these are some high school dwellers. This is some barely in college type shit. Like, what... Hey, yo. It's not even like, okay, before we get into the whole moral aspect, the whole legal aspect, just go into the whole attractiveness aspect. Y'all really find 18-year-olds attractive like that? It's like, you were 18 once. You were fucking 18-year-olds at 18, weren't you? You were fucking 18-year-olds at 19 probably. At 20 and 21. But once you get into your 30s, once you get into your 40s, once you have kids of your own, as you age, your eyes change with your age too. I don't know. I don't think a lot of folks' eyes change. It seems like they're still looking at 18-year-old girls like they were 18 as an 18-year-old boy, but now they're a grown-ass man, and they're still looking at them. Like, I don't get it. We're gonna have to have a discussion about that, yo, fam. You're gonna have to justify. You're gonna have to. Sometimes when I don't understand things, and I'm judging it, I will take a second and I'll be like, you know what? let me understand this. Let me bring someone to the panel. Like I brought Seven Ann on the panel before to try to explain to me the passport bros and the situation with American women that men have a problem with. So I took a more of a understanding type of, let me just take a step back and let me understand what y'all be thinking and why y'all justify it. Because y'all be asking us what's the problem and why we don't like it. But it's like, wait, why do you like it? Why are you signing up for it? Why 18? And then the common thing you constantly hear with these folks is they haven't done anything yet. They're fresh. They're X, Y, and Z. They haven't gone here anywhere. You could mold them. You can leave. All this weird shit. I'm like, yo, it sounds like you're talking about some pedo shit with some chills. It sounds weird to me. It sounds weird. I'm going to need an explanation from y'all folk. I can't give y'all the explanation because I'm not into that shit. I think once you're over the age of 30, all the women you look at should be actually women. There should not be a teen attached to the name. It should not, no 18, 9. That shouldn't be in the equation. It should be 20 and up. And that is me giving a lot of grace because women see it different way, but I don't give a fuck what the women think in that regard. Because if I see a 45-year-old guy with a 22-year-old girl, like or a woman, I'll be like, man, carry on. Leonardo DiCaprio's been running from 21 to 25 and expiring them at 25, and nobody's had a problem with that. So if yo fam means scenarios like that, I get when he talks about black men getting smoked, but he's not going that low. Pause. He's 21 and up. So it's not looked at as perverted. It may be young women, but they're still women. Once they're in their teenage years, it's like, come on, bro, what are we doing here? Can you groom an 18 to 20-year-old, or does that apply to 17 and low? What the hell? Hey, yo. I think that's all grooming. I think when you said 20, 20s is safe, man. Once you're a teenager, you're still a teenager. Like, you can be an adult by age. To me, it's weird, man.
There's nothing.
C-Mile says no age limit on grooming, so you can groom a 25-year-old being a 50-year-old man. I don't know about that. But shout out to A Lady747 with the $7 super chat. Hold on, y'all. I'm struggling. I need a beverage.
I'm getting rich.
You can't explain normal attraction to these types, just like you can't fix a rapist or child abuser. That's facts. That's right. That's right. Shout out to Brother Jumbie with the $2 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
I'm calling Chris Hansen on the chat. Jesus Christ. See, this is a thing, man. Yo Fam's been a supporter for a while. I fucks with Yo Fam. No hate to Yo Fam. No judgment. I have some questions for Yo Fam. I want some understanding. I want to know Yo Fam's age. I want to know why he's interested in 18 to 19-year-old girls. I want to get some understanding with this. I don't want to cook Yo Fam immediately. I want some understanding.
Clarify. I said I was open to the ages between 18 and 22.
So that's what you said. So stop trying to play with words, sir.
Hold on, before you start yelling. I said I was open to that age. I didn't say I particularly am attracted or want an 18-year-old. People keep getting bogged down on it. I'm just
word with somebody else.
Hold on, I'm almost done. You get your 2 minutes. So here's the deal. I am open to that. That's it. I am not particularly looking for an 18-year-old. If I meet a 26-year-old woman that can get on my program, that's good enough, submissive, then it's not a big deal.
Who's in the background?
Child bride and all this other stuff, Bobby. That's why I said
my house, my husband don't kill you. Before I ever do. You gonna take my 26-year-old daughter and all you can do and fucked up all you could, and you gonna take my 26-year-old daughter and then try to turn her life into what you big couldn't nobody turn you.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, both of y'all. I'm gonna have to do further research. American Rifle, no disrespect. Unlike a lot of these men, I'm actually cutting the bar on yes. That's what I just was told. I'm gonna have to do some.
You see that? That was me in the chat saying this man is a pedo.
I'm actually
Let me move.
Cutting
Hold
the
up.
bar
Let me move this.
on. Yes, that's what I just was told. I'm gonna have to do some more investigative research. Miss Sherry, I love you, but my head is kind of hurting right now. I love you. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. But I appreciate you.
You said Republicans have introduced legislation for child brides recently. Hey, yo, man, these guys are filth. What's going on?
You, baby. I'm gonna see you in the next show. Okay, I love you. Bye bye. Okay, so now back to where we were at. So what these men have a tendency to do is make a case for desperation, right? If you guys go over there and you watch that video, further in the video, it gets into, well, men are not going to turn down vagina because they very rarely get it. And all of this stems from me asking a baseline question. If you raise your standard, will that eliminate hoes? So now we're having the what came first, the chicken or the eggs. Men are out here, and shout out to LTTV. You guys make sure you go over there. He's been cooking lately, nonstop, all day fire cooking. But if you are a group of men that are sitting there saying, women won't submit, women are whores, this, that,
Shout out to Robbie for that shout out.
third, so on and so forth. Isn't the onus on you because y'all are the homemakers? So you mean to tell me 20% of y'all is making all the women in the world hoes, all the men that's out here getting some box? Y'all the MVPs for all men apparently, because you have 80% of men accepting any raggedy piece of box that comes their way because they're animals and they don't know how to say no. Somebody tell me I'm wrong.
You are wrong. You wrong, Robbie.
Now, these guys don't have the options, but hold up.
You know what? Go ahead. Go ahead.
How? Tell me how.
Because a nigga, the situation I'm in right.
All right, shout out to everybody in the chat. Mike Brown, you fucked it up, so I'm gonna take you out. You gotta learn it, bro. You gotta know the name properly, so it is
Shout out to LTTV.
Do you hear that? Did you hear him say it properly?
Shout out to brother LTTV.
Do you hear that?
Shout out to LTTV.
It's LTTV, Mike Brown. Who the fuck is LLTV? Y'all need to drop that shit. 4 letters, nigga. 4 letters. 4 letters, y'all. Y'all gonna turn me into King Riches just trying to correct the name all the goddamn time. 4 motherfucking letters. LTTV. It's on the goddamn screen. I see LLTV all the time and I'm like,
what the hell was that?
Come on, man. Come on.
I'm not in my bedroom. You are. And no one can hear you.
LTTV. Come on, man.
Now, in the place I'm in that life, I'm not fucking no bitch. I got too much to lose. So it's a difference when you're younger and when you're upset and when you are deprived. But when you have what you want, you don't look outside of that to get like, I can't explain it. Real men know. It comes a time in your life where pussy is not as intriguing. Like, yeah, you seen one fat ass, you seen a million, you might have stepped out on your shorty earlier. You done fucked. I don't know. Like, you get over it. That's what I'm trying to say. You get over the urge to, I need some new coochie. After a while, you trying to build some shit. Like, nobody's caring about fucking other bitches when you get to a certain point in life.
But this is the thing, right? Again, we're talking about men that are crying and complaining that they want to get in marriages, crying and complaining that they don't have women that actually listen to them, right? So.
Oh, what does that sound like? Crying and complaining that they don't have women actually listening to them. That sound like that first clip where we heard Anton Daniels crying like a bitch.
Crying to me, and I'm not having that.
Now, Robbie was having a general conversation about men in this space crying. Robbie, none of her commentary was directly aimed at Anton Daniels, so I'm not going to try to frame this and act like she was cooking him directly. But it applies. The shoe fits.
If you tell your children, since men on this platform love to compare women to children, which is really fucking creepy. So,
Yep, that's what Mr. Letko does. He says women are children.
Oh, I'm going to say this too before I move on. Pookie, mute yourself. You got a lot of background noise. Thank you.
My bad.
That's okay. I'm gonna say this to y'all. Y'all are fucking weirdos. There's no fucking way as a grown-ass person you should be trying to holler at somebody significantly younger than you. If you wouldn't be okay with a man your age sleeping and hunching on your child at certain ages, yeah, that's probably not the age that you should be dating. That's number one. Number two, y'all are just fucking weird. Like, I don't care. Y'all are fucking weird. Y'all are fucking weird, always talking about these child brides, these younger women, when women hit the wall, when women don't hit the wall. But y'all are out here passing out them raggedy pubes like Tic Tacs and trying to give your penis to anybody that will take it. And what that lets me know is you have no value in yourself.
Yeah, most of these dudes don't value themselves, and most of these dudes use women for validation. They use women to validate themselves, and we've gotten an emotional damage a few times.
Emotional damage.
But yeah, a lot of these guys, yeah, it's true. It's true. A lot of dudes don't have the abundance of options that women have sexually. So they're not passing up on a lot of pussy. Do you know how many times niggas tried to fight me for passing up on certain bitches? And I'm like, nigga, I'm in a whole relationship out here, and y'all trying to fight me because I'm not fucking bitches that y'all want to fuck right now. And I'm like, hey, man, it ain't my fault you can't. Like, come on, man.
Have no worth on your penis because you're literally saying women will take money, and they use that. We use that as a tool because women will take money. So y'all are every day all.
Yeah, niggas legit. Yo, A Lady 747 is surprised to hear that, because if we honestly started telling the truth about how niggas be acting, this is why I hold niggas accountable, because I know niggas is full of shit. I know men are full of shit. Men get up on these spaces and they cap through their goddamn teeth. I know the real when I talk to dudes outside of these spaces, like in real life. And even dudes lie in real life. Dudes just lie. It's a human behavior. Dudes lie. Men lie. Women lie. Numbers only tell half the story. People always want to say men lie, women lie, numbers don't. No, numbers don't, but numbers tell half the story. That's something I always say. Men lie, women lie, numbers tell half the story. Look at Pearl's subscribers. Look at her live streams. Dusty tells half the story. But let's get back into this.
All day 25-8 admitting that you're Johns. Your Johns and the women that you qualify for are hookers at the point. And then you wonder why you have these ratchet women. Then you wonder why you have all these baby mamas. Then you wonder why you have a whole bunch of STDs. Then you wonder why your money is messed up. You wondering why you got all this stress and drama, and it's all because you put no value on your junk. My God, today when I heard
Nah, I don't. Okay, all right, man. I it's an expression. I don't mean niggas literally physically try to fight me. I'm saying men get mad. They get mad at the options that other men have while having no interest in those options, because, you know, it's like you can't have them all.
that shit today, I was through the roof, but I had some other things to do, so I had to just go ahead and put a rest on it right there. God forbid my son is giving his penis to every woman that says, here, take some. That's not what I'm going to be raising him to do. That's not what his father is going to be raising him to do. Who raised y'all? Who the fuck raised y'all? And then y'all are supposed to be leaders? Nah.
But Robbie, you heard what they said, and they all were, at least from what I could tell, they all were in agreement that how they conceptualize this culture of ratchetness and male whoredom is normalized as what men are supposed to do out of ego. Really, it's not because it helps them financially. It's not because it helps them compete with other men. No, it's simply out of ego, and they need to be validated. Yet they will claim that they don't need a female. They don't need to be validated by a vagina. Meanwhile, that's the only thing that's happening. And all we're saying is this: if you want to put your penis in racks, go ahead and do it. Just don't complain about it later. Now, let me be honest with you. As much as they're saying, talking about ratchet females, low tier females, I know good and well that they ain't only getting over on ratchets and rats. No, they're out here finessing women that actually want relationships, ruining women who ordinarily would be trying to be virtuous, but after so many go-rounds with these dudes, and of course it's only a little bit of, right? Now you're ruining the pool for all the other men. And I don't know how many men I've heard on these panels that have came up here and said when they meet a black woman, she's scarred to death because of all the men that came before them, and now they got to put up with her.
Whoa.
We don't care. Let me tell you.
Whoa. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I stop all these guys, these loser incels. They don't have, this is the thing. They talk about the complaints about these women. They're scarred. They're X, Y, and Z. Now they got to put up with them. No, you don't. Y'all don't have to. Well, I guess they have to. That's the crisis that they're in. That's why they're always crying. Yeah. That's, I remember I cracked the code. That's what it is. These niggas, they have no other choices. These are their options. So the girls that come up with all these scars, the baggage, all the things that they don't want to deal with, they can't just simply hit them with the
crying to me and I'm not having
and walk out of their life because they don't really have many options outside of that. So it's me being kind of lacking sympathy for those folks, but I don't really give a fuck, man. That's your options. That's what you line up for. I've told y'all, I've told everybody in the airways that I'm not, I made the mistake at one point speaking for a group of folks that did not represent the group of folks that I reside within. So the average man that's struggling with all these dusty options and all this, I'm not speaking for y'all. Y'all can figure that out yourselves, man. If y'all are crying because these girls are, that's what you, like, work on yourself a little bit, elevate. That's what it comes down to. Y'all have to elevate. You only have to get it right once if you're trying to find a wife. And all this baggage and all these things y'all complain about with these women that are damaged from niggas that are running through them, it's like, you try to do better. Find something else. Don't be crying about them 24/7. That's not masculinity. That's not leadership. That's complaints. And then folks that get up here and say, y'all are just complaining about the folks complaining. No, we're criticizing and we're giving them solutions. It's a completely different thing. But let's get into this, y'all.
Fear and all of her insecurities because of all the men that sat and basically cracked on her prior to him. And so it's like, yeah, I understand why they're saying what they're saying because they have an agenda to upkeep. If the answer to your
Hold on, Lola. Now, meanwhile, you trying to get on my panel. I'm not trying to get on yours. Now, I heard some whisperings and some murmurs.
Yeah, you hear this guy? This guy said, I misjudged you, Robbie. Just she's another husky hyena. I thought she was smarter. This nigga did the same pussy ass shit that Ali did when Ali got dropped from the panel. Oh, I thought y'all were cool brothers, yo, but turns out that X, Y, and Z, all that crying that bitch ass nigga was doing. This pedo stash fool did the same thing. Oh, I thought you were cool, Robbie. Robbie heard about this pedo stash fool because he's been trolling other panels for a while. She still gave him the benefit of the doubt because she didn't take anybody's word. She wanted to, you know what, let her say it out of her own mouth.
Brings about you. See, I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt and actually review the video footage myself and formulate my own opinion. But now, my love, you can get the trolley treatment on.
What? What?
Now, keep it pushing. Is you alright or you not alright? Like at the end of the day, from the little.
All right, y'all. This is my favorite part of the show. We have about like 100 more people watching than likes. I hope y'all aren't hate watching because we're taking a commercial break, y'all. We got to get these likes up, y'all.
Come on, man.
Yep. We got to get the likes up, y'all. So we are taking a brief commercial break. Brief is dependent on how long y'all take to get these likes up, y'all. All right, let's get it.
offensive shit that I saw over there down to the J. Chris.
All right, yeah, we hit a limit. I think this is as high as the likes are going. Shout out to everybody that participated in the likes. Shout out to all the bums that left as we hit the commercial breaks and didn't participate in the likes. Fucking haters. Get these bitch ass niggas the fuck out the audience. Sometimes you gotta do those ones. Sorry for hijacking the show, y'all, but at the end of the day, fuck them niggas that left. Yep, I love the night shows. The night shows, I cuss a lot more. I give less fucks. Let's get it, man.
Show you was laid up in your bed, a grown-ass man looking real goofy, in a raggedy-ass, dusty wife beater that was all stretched out by the bed. And you were talking about traveling overseas for younger women. And guess what? I didn't listen to the whole thing because, quite frankly, I was nauseated and disgusted. So that's why I wanted to give you the opportunity to clarify if you said you wanted a child bride or not. See, here's the thing, you dumbass maggot. I be around in motherfucking clouds all the time watching bits and pieces of shit. I keep up with a lot of motherfucking people, but I'll give you the motherfucking opportunity to backpedal and pussy pop and fucking apologize and make a fucking change, because that's what women motherfucking do. You fucking nasty, dirty dick ass whore. You better go and get your hair transplant, get you some fucking Beijing. Shave that fucking mustache off, bitch. You look like George Jefferson. You look fucking way older than motherfucking Luther Vandross, bitch. You look like somebody's great-great-grandpa and you want to be hunching on somebody's 18-year-old. An 18-year-old girl would be fucking nauseated looking at you, guy. She would throw the fuck all the way up, because who the fuck are you? Like, stop playing in my fucking face right now, every fucking day. Y'all niggas on this Beyonce's internet be acting a whole goddamn fool. Y'all niggas, let me tell you, you know what? Thank y'all for coming up here, because I'm about to end the show, but I'm going to go off real hot quick, and I don't want y'all to catch none of this motherfucking pushback. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Listen here. I'm going to just break it down to brass tacks. That was nice, and I put the link in the chat for the chat to come the fuck up. But at the end of the day, y'all are fucking weird. Y'all can't get women for real, for real. This is why y'all be on these fucking panels all day long, every day, 25/8. Y'all talk, double talk all the fucking time. You think you can be out here fucking bitches, but then be complaining about hoes. If y'all are the fucking hoe makers, look at the fucking culture you have created, because y'all are so busy lying and being sneaky to get into somebody's fucking pussy that y'all don't have no fucking morality yourself. If y'all are supposed to be the leaders and all the women is fucked up, then guess what? The joke is the fuck on you. That means you're a fucking joke and you're fucking weak. And because you cannot control women in your own age demographic, because the majority of you are not making a livable wage, because the majority of you still live with your fucking mom, because the majority of you are running around with these fucked up hairlines, holding on to your motherfucking youth, trying to keep that little U-shaped motherfucking part going on your motherfucking head. Bitch, go see Mickey the Barber and get you a fucking toupee. Or better yet, go to Walmart, get you some Waller clippers. They're $27.98 and shave that shit the fuck off. And understand that you are fucking old ass shit. Be an old man, be a grown man, and lead the fucking community. Let's start the fuck there. Y'all are not raising your sons. You are not impressing these women. Y'all is out here worried about everything that a woman is doing and worried about pussy, and then wondering why your lives are fucked. Because pussy runs you.
That's facts.
I keep telling a lot of you do.
That is facts. Let me get that correct buzzer for Robbie. These guys are so fixated on pussy. You had that bitch ass Anton Daniels underling trying to tell Miss Vicky, the 60-year-old woman, oh, pussy is so valuable. All the pussy is so, y'all don't understand how valuable y'all pussy is.
Get a wash rag, okay? Just do like this. Just clean your face, because y'all is munches. Your face is fucking seats. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Y'all want these younger girls because y'all are working with a little bit of nothing, and you want to be able to manipulate and further lie to younger women. Because you cannot pull that on older women. The gag and drag of it all is, it wasn't even about black women. And no matter what the conversation is, no matter what the fucking topic is, y'all always resulted back down to a black woman because y'all are fucking obsessed. Newsflash. If you are over 35 and you are only getting a fucking passport to go and get a bitch, nigga, you've lived your life wrong. If you want a young girl, nigga, you've lived your life wrong. That means you literally don't have any intellect to bring to a conversation with a woman your age.
Yep, a lot of these guys want the... Remember that conversation I was having with Angela Knight in the panel, and they were talking about the useless baddie, basically the airhead bird bitch that just looks hot and young. That's what all these men, that's what they want. They idealize that girl. They just want some dumb girl that they can say, shut up, bitch, and do what the fuck I want you to do every step of the way type shit. Full submission, just do what I want, look hot, get fucked, and sit in your corner type shit. They say it's red pill, but that's so blue pill idealistic. But, you know, let's get back into this.
If you out here with mad kids and then you talking about baby mamas, nigga, you is a fucking clown and a fucking fool. Stop playing in my face. Like, real talk, I hate y'all niggas.
Yo, the passport bros are so cap. These niggas is acting like what they're doing is not having an effect on regular traveling citizens. They're trying to act like, oh no, people are being unaccountable. No, people are legitimately going to countries and getting pressed like they're some weird sex tourist traveling fucks, like they're the passport bros, and they're just regular travelers. I've had a bunch of folks now give me their testimonials about what they've been through when they went to other countries traveling now because they're getting looped in with passport bros. And they just want to deny it and act like their effect is not actually profound in these countries because they're dragging women in these countries, talking about how accessible they are. Oh, they're not flaking on dates. Oh, they taking this dick, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, these guys are buying pussy right, left, and center out there. There's only a few of those passport bros that are actually getting it out the mud successfully. The rest of them are dusting it up, struggling in third world countries. So it's like, when I mean dusting it up, struggling, I mean dusting it up with their options struggling. I'm not talking about financially because they're traveling from country to country. Some of those guys actually do have money, but they're not successful in their own country. And they think they're going to be successful elsewhere. A lot of them are struggling. Look at their videos. Where is their woman? Where's their long-term relationship that they're supposed to be fulfilled with because America doesn't have long-term women. All they have is hoes. But all I'm seeing is them paying for pussy, going from hoe to hoe. So it's like, it's the same shit, but now you have a little bit success outside of the country where you can pay a cheaper price, a cheaper premium.
Because y'all niggas is the worst fucking possible example of fucking black men and men fucking period. Y'all niggas gotta do better, yo. Stop the cat. And don't be running around doing little dumbass
Robbie, how come you not defending me?
Grown ass man with a wig on YouTube acting like a goddamn fool. This is Fatty's prime nemesis. These guys are going at it. Like this is his main op. This is his primary op. Like, are you kidding me? Like when he seen that video of me cooking Fatty, he was like, yo, let's do a collab. And I'm like, yeah, no. No. God damn it, man. I do not like this sector of YouTube. I think all these niggas are pathetic weaklings that can't stand on their own twos. They constantly need to panel whore for some sort of relevancy. They have to have this traveling audience where it's like, oh, please watch my shit. So they send each other from each other's show because they can't get it out of the merit of their own quality of their content. Constant teamwork to stay afloat for somebody to hear their pathetic talking points.
I'm not defending y'all niggas because y'all niggas is indefensible.
Yep, they are indefensible. Shout out to Mike Brown. I would put it in the way where I am. You put it that way, I get it. Your sentiment understood. I would say that I'm not a dweeb to be in like the manosphere is full of dweebs and incels. It's not about being too cool for them. It's just they're too substandard. Like it's pathetic. Who wants to be in a circle and view that in the same lights as these pathetic dweebs? And when you're on constant panels with these bums, people associate you with them constantly. And they're just crying and complaining about their low trash ass options in women. They're not the desirable folk getting women outside of YouTube. I don't want to be anywhere near those type of niggas. They ain't my crowd. They ain't the type of people that I chill with in real life, so why am I doing it on YouTube just for some clicks and views? We don't stand on the same things. They aren't principled folks. They don't get on code when it's an issue, defending and standing up for your people. They're not B1. They're conveniently getting to bags whenever they can type shit. Taking whatever stance that they can to get the quickest bag. These guys are bums. That's why they suffer with women and they don't get it. And they're talking about, oh, I'm going to get my money up. They keep looking at money as the only metric and standard to improve their standing with women. And women validate everything that they stand for. It's this weird ego shit where they're just like very insecure and very just all around pathetic, y'all. Moxie says they're constantly victimizing themselves and they have way too much pride for that. It's facts. They're constant victims. It's always the woman's fault. It's always the women in the community. It's always women's promiscuity that's fucking up their dating options. It's always the women's fault. They're not competitive men. That's why they end up being passport bros, running from the culture that they cultivated themselves. Anton's talking about millions of work of men doing great work. Well, the men that you pedestalize and talk about your great the people that set up the world for y'all are failing them sincerely because y'all are running from your problems, talking about passport bros after you create this culture with women. Well, actually, they didn't create it. That's the problem. They're victims of it. I should properly frame it. These pussies and these pathetic men that are crying are victims. They're victims of the culture. They're victims of not being competitive enough. So that's why they cry and complain about it. They can never chalk anything up to the game because they haven't been playing. They haven't figured it out, so they constantly cry. Policing women that are not yours is one way to always go fucked up. It's always, hold on, let's finish, just wrap this up, and then let's get into it.
And then when people bring you facts, science, and statistics, you try to fucking debate that shit because it doesn't make you feel good. Y'all niggas need to go get on somebody's couch. Y'all really need some therapy. You need to reevaluate yourself. You need to put some value.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna let her get through the speech because she has her mic drop moment. On Zanika Hayes, LTTV, I respect you. It's nothing like a man standing on his own brains, thinking in common sense. I apologize because I had my negative feelings about you, but you're a different breed. You had negative feelings about me and you wait, when did you say something? Now, I don't mean to be rude, but when I see these comments, I'm like, who? I don't remember your negative comments. So shout out to you for the sentiments and the apology, but I don't know what you're apologizing for. But shout out to you.
On your semen because that's the fucking children of your future. You need to put some value on your penis. That's why a bunch of y'all is running around here with fucking Nestle Crunch in the pants. Grow up. Grow the fuck up. I told y'all once I hit 1 million views, it was gonna be a fucking problem. So y'all wanted this smoke, now y'all about to fucking get it. Hands down. And there's gonna be a part 2 to this because there's some shit I wanted to point out between low value, high value, and what the fuck real gaslighting is. Because y'all be just using, y'all say words just because you fucking heard them. Y'all have no clue of definitions. Y'all have no clue of how that fits into a psychological theorem in relation to the topic that y'all talking about. Please shut the fuck up. Good night.
Yeah, folks just repeat words and they just regurgitate in terms. They don't even understand how to use them correctly in the right context. Shout out to A-Lady747 with the $10 cash app. Says from A-Lady747, respect to you. Shout out to you for the $10.
I'm getting rich.
All right. Yeah, I don't mean no disrespect to Anzanika. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. I just don't remember the comment that you may have left that may have been disparaging for you to feel like you needed to apologize. But shout out to you. I just there's a lot of I get a lot of comments, so it's nothing personal or disrespectful. Call-in link is in the description for folks that want to call in, have a discussion. I did not set up my second camera, so you'll be kind of talking to Hold on, let me set that up. If any folks care to call in, fix this goddamn camera. All right, hold on, y'all. God damn it. All right. Call-in link is in the description, or not in the description, in the top of the chat. Click link to the top of the chat. Call in, speak your piece on the matter. Agree with me, disagree with me, have something to say about the first clip in which we reacted to Anton Daniels blaming black women for everything. I want to speak about men policing women that is not their own. Now, I do this thing where it confuses folks. I believe it confuses folks. That's why folks are in the chat and they kind of got certain things a little, they have things a little confused. And people read me wrong and my channel wrong. And I think some of it is a little, it may be a little convoluted on my part. Because when I do celebrity news, if I'm covering a topic, I realized this happened when I was covering Suki, and I had folks on the panel as well, and I realized that when I'm stepping into the manosphere relationship talking spaces and I mix it with the way I cover celebrity news, there's nuance there, but sometimes it gets kind of muddy, it gets mixed, because I will call out certain folks objectively on their behavior and what it means to society when it comes to celebrities doing certain things. So women will do certain deplorable acts or something, or Suki would do something nasty like squirting her screen, and it doesn't look like attractive squirt. Like we see, if y'all watch porn, man, y'all, I don't know what y'all are into. It's not even just porn in real life. Okay, I don't want to get into this. I forget certain people watch the show. I don't want to get too sexually explicit, but Jesus Christ, how am I going to describe this? This is one of the toughest shows because I've been holding back a lot because I've been trying to not say certain things. How am I going to describe this? Hold on, y'all. Let me collect myself real brief. I realize this has been a problem when it comes to the way I'm viewed in these spaces, because if I'm calling out something objectively for what it is as I'm framing it as it relates to celebrity news and the influence that celebrities generally have on the general public, because celebrities constantly lead people astray and sell you the problems. So when we cover those type of things and we tell you X, Y, and Z is bad, these celebrities are leading you astray, it's not from a manosphere relationship perspective. It's not trying to control or save these women out here or men out there. It's just calling it objectively and breaking it down case by case. So that's where it kind of gets muddy, and some people are like, oh, I thought you were a red pill person because I was dogging some woman, or I was calling her out for her behavior objectively, not trying to actually hold her accountable and change her goddamn mind. But the perspective, it's a nuanced thing. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining it right now. But yeah, someone said all squirt ain't created equal. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was. I don't know what was going on with her shit on that screen. It just didn't look right. When it comes to trying to control or influence women that are not your own, and by your own I mean as in your girlfriend, your wife, your fiance, the manosphere and the red pill space try to influence a group of women, the general population, and try to have a say on them. And what they use is a system of different content creators repeating the same message, so it sounds like this is all men's desires and all men's wants, and this is the message from the men in your country. So they have these girls under this terrible message of a bunch of incel loser dweebs who can't get girls in real life, but it's a whole network of these folks, and they try to control women. They try to control the narratives by policing their box. Oh, you should care about your box a little more. You should treasure it because we treasure it and we honor it as incels. That's the message of these folks. And it's like, bro, you have no say over a woman that is not your own. The best example of it is this. Listen to this, y'all.
Facts.
Now, this is from the Joe Budden podcast. I got this from a content creator that wasn't Joe Budden. It wasn't uploaded from Joe Budden. So I don't know if what the copyrights are going to happen with this. So I'm going to watch this anyway. So if this gets cut out of the final video, it's because of the copyrights and I have to do a copyright edit. But this conversation right here displays perfectly why men understand that you have no say over your exes or any woman that is not yours. You're no longer in the leadership position. You're no longer providing and protecting for that woman. She's her own individual woman. She is not this walking display that is encasing a pussy for the that's what the I can't put it any better way, but the manosphere folks act like women aren't people. They're just this pussy that's walking around that needs to be. It's weird. I can't sum it up right because it's weird the way they look at women. But let's get at this, man. Now, Ish, he goes off on Joe because Joe is not keeping it a stack here. Everybody in the comment section knows that Joe is wrong here because Joe says he would never entertain one of his friend's exes. But yet he had Ish's ex at his crib, smoking some hookah, doing some shit. That was entertaining. Although he says, oh, I would not actually smash. We don't know your intentions. We don't know what the fuck's going on. Why are you in her vicinity, communicating with her, housing her? This is where Joe fucked up here because you could only look to your friends as loyalty to don't fuck your past work or your past exes or whatever. Outside of that, you don't got that. You have no say. And even your friends sometimes might do what Joe did. Something about me, and I could say this chest out because I ain't Joe. I do not talk or look at, entertain nothing when it comes to my niggas' exes. That's just a rule I set for myself. I would not look at, like, you know what?
That is what you got. I'm saying it. And I'm saying you lying because you have talked to my exes before. I didn't say I gave.
Now, he's mad at Joe right now because Joe's not keeping it a stack and he's moving the goalposts. Joe will make it seem like he's pissed off about it with his actual ex. I don't know if he's actually pissed off about his ex, but if you're pissed off about the principle at the point where you're capping, you're going to be a bit pissed off and a bit flustered. The thing about men, when they say they don't care about their exes and do what you want to do, they lying. They lying all the time. They lying. Don't believe that bullshit. It's just a nigga that doesn't want to get caught up in his feelings. But at the end of the day,
It's a total fabrication.
don't listen to niggas when they say that. If it's their ex-girlfriend, they spent a significant time with that woman, especially if they've lived together or any type of closeness like that, a baby mother or anything like that, they care. Don't listen to them when they say, nah, you could do whatever the fuck. Don't buy that bullshit. Because at the end of the day, it's going to cause a rift with you and your friendship if you actually care about your friends more than a piece of pussy. But some people don't care. What is Joe doing? Now, this is instigating a different type of issue because he's saying your girl of 9 years didn't tell you, but that's not his girl anymore. That's his ex-girlfriend. This is what I'm talking about. That's a girl of 9 years. 9-year relationship. That's a significant relationship. So even if you say you don't have feelings, I'm not buying that. My bad, y'all. Let me put this back up on the screen. Jesus Christ. What's going on, man? Hey, come on, mouse. Fuck. Misunderstood as in you were moving the goalposts. He remembered distinctly when you said it. He referenced it was back in the summer when you said X, Y, and Z. He knew it because he'd stuck with him because his woman of 9 years was at your place after you said you would not. Man, let's get back into this, man. His ex of 9 years end up at your house.
How do you do that? How do you do that? What the hell is going on? Stability.
Okay, so she was trying to finagle something, is what you're going with. So she got into your house by finagle. She had to say something or do something, but you're not explaining how. That's unaccountable. How does someone get into your house without being invited or let in? She finagled something. What could she have possibly told you if that's principle? Principles don't break. You said you don't do something that's unwavering, and you did it. With BS though, they always recycle peeps, not sure why, but they do. This is the thing. That's what it is when you're actually in the industry. That's when it's industry people to industry people. This is Joe Budden's friends that weren't industry friends. These are his actual friends. So you see industry friends and industry niggas sharing the same women all the time because they're not actually friends, they're industry friends. It's all a whole bunch of fake love, but it's pretty much what the YouTube shit is on a higher scale. They're friends for business interest in the circle that it gets them in, but they're not really, really friends like that. So they can share girls, and it's really the circuit is really, I don't know, man. We'll get into that in another day. But wait, wrong one.
Hold up. What is this shit?
Now, Joe said some things in this conversation that I look at and they stand out. Like, what do you mean by that, Joe? Now, he said you should be thanking me that I did not fuck your bitch, after saying that he would not do that, and he's not the type to do that type of shit. He does not entertain his man's exes. So you got to be thankful for that. What do you mean by that? And then he said that she finagled her way in. She had motives, and he's not discussing the motives. And he's saying, oh, she didn't tell you. She didn't tell you. And she still didn't tell him to this day. This is very weird. When I thought about this, I sat down and I thought about this. I'm like, what could have gotten her into his house, and how could she have finessed her way in? 'Cause I'm not using finagle anymore. I don't like that trash ass word I've been repeating that they've been using. How did she finesse her way into the house? I'm thinking it could possibly, the only thing I'm thinking about is one of Joe's pool parties that he hosts. She could have came in with a bunch of girls that or women that he invited, and she just tagged on some sort of, I don't know. I don't know how he could have broke his whole I don't entertain them, but she found her way. Because if it's directly to him, wait, what? Can I use your phone? Had to use the bathroom? It's like, how do you just pop up at someone's house though? How could she just finesse her way in there? She had to show up somehow, so he had to speak to her for her to show up. Were they coming on the way back from an event? How does someone finesse their way into your house? Especially someone, your nigga's exes. For me, I don't get it. It would not happen. There's no explanation. Shit. You could tell there's some real animus behind that. Like, of course they're cool. They're co-host of the show, but he may have some history with Joe's ex. Joe may have some history with his ex. Yikes. Yikes. But that's an example that I was talking about, man. If it's not your woman, it could be your ex. At that point, you have to let go. She's an individual. She's her own human being. She makes her own decisions. And yeah, man, you gotta make sure that you have solid friends, because a relationship of 9 years, he can say you're not mad at that. You're not mad at the fact that she was around him. You're more mad at the fact that he was gaslighting the whole point that you were making about, he went back on the word that he said he doesn't entertain exes, and he does, and he was using all sorts of deflections to try to basically gaslight you, and not take accountability. But his phrasing, he says he will talk to them. He'll continue talking to exes till whenever, but he won't actually try to fuck them. So when you say you entertain, you got to break down that word entertain. What do you mean by entertain? A lot of folks don't, when they mean entertain, they mean chill around them, hang with them, keep them relevant in the circle. Because when somebody's trying to get through a breakup, having their ex around the circle and having them chill around you and be a part of the social circle, that's a mess. And as a friend, you shouldn't be trying to do that. Like, y'all got to break up too at some point, at some level. Generally, that's how it is. That's how I see folks be doing it. Like, it's not going to be healthy if you keep them around. That person's not going to move on. There's still going to be all this vitriol and animus for the situation. But nonetheless, the point was, if she's not your woman, don't have expectations for her. Just like a woman should not have expectations for a man that's not their man. Women talking about, oh, we're unprotected. We're X, Y, and Z. You're single. Single women aren't owed any protection. A man's role in a relationship traditionally is provide and protect, so you're getting that protection from your man. You being single, crying out, oh, women aren't protected, X, Y, and Z. Well, you're single. You don't have a man to protect you. There's always that. Everybody wants a participation trophy. It's on both sides. Oh, Justin Wade, is this a gossip channel with the nails out as a grown-ass man? You're asking me, is this a gossip channel while you're watching, subscribed for longer than 20 minutes with the nails out? I'm tired of you dumbass, illiterate, dumbass niggas. I said dumbass twice because I needed more emphasis. The description for every channel you watch is readily available in the About section. This is a social commentary channel. We speak on everything and anything. Trending topics as the... Come on, man. You lazy bitch. You're probably one of them niggas that call your friends and ask them a question that you could simply Google. You're probably one of them annoying ass niggas. Is this a gossip channel with your nails out, sprinkling the zest while asking if this is somewhat feminine while you're bringing the zest? Make it make sense.
Who are these niggas?
Bring your monkey ass to the front of the congregation as women and start to apologize. You ruined our communities. You decided to tether yourself to the government in order to make sure that you can tear your fucking family apart. You followed white women because you thought that they was better than us and you decided to turn against your men. You decided to go and open up your legs to a nigga that wasn't even supposed to be with you in the first place, and your daddy told you to don't open up your legs till you get married. You the one that did this shit.
Now, are these the crying pussies that you enjoy to watch? If so,
crying to me and I'm not having that.
I don't want to hear this. Don't want to hear this. And the perfect way to wrap up this show is, what is our message to Anton Daniels? What is our favorite phrase to say to Anton Daniels outside of...
We don't care.
Let me tell you, we don't care.
Outside of that, oh, see, Justin Wade is like, who is that? This is some fat bitch ass nigga who cries about women 24/7 while saying, you did it, you, in his high-pitched, undeveloped bitch ass voice. This is Anton Daniels from AntonDaniels.com.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
Yeah, I'm logging off, man. I'm logging off. I've had enough with these corny ass manosphere dweebs. We can't do it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Justin Wade, as we just gave you the description and the place to find the description.
Stop it. Get some help.
Don't infect people with idiocy, bro. Or idiocy, bro. Don't do it. You out here trying to make people sick, man.
You up here trying to get people sick.
Read the description on the channel, sir.